There's some new funding for homelessness in Kelowna, which is good news, but this shelter, the Metro Community Shelter that's been in place in Kelowna for years, is shutting down, which could place some stress on the ability to look after homeless people when winter comes.
Well, a couple things. The $3.2 million is also going to assist with that very space continuing to be used as a hygiene center in terms of laundry facilities and shower facilities, and that's crucial for those who are unhoused, and that grant has assisted with that. In terms of any net loss that you're referring to, we also have to remember that there are other emergency shelters that have cropped up over the last year on Doyle and at Richter. Normally BC Housing would have just had those from November to March, but because of these unique circumstances that COVID and the opioid crisis have presented, both of those sites have been extended.
Would you be able to tell me, going into, as we come out of the fall, let's say, does it look like we're going to have as much indoor sheltering space as we had last year or more, or are we actually down?
I think it's too early to tell. Obviously, we are working very closely with our not-for-profit partners, and particularly BC Housing. Again, as everyone knows by now, the provincial government has that primary mandate for housing, as they do for mental health and substance use disorder, and so we're working closely with our provincial partners to ensure that everyone who has a need for housing this winter will at least have some shelter available to them. But it's too early to tell. It's tough work, and homelessness is very, very dynamic.
Yeah, your job doesn't end anytime soon, does it?
It's a challenging role, undoubtedly, and again, the dynamic nature of homelessness presents unique and constantly changing dynamics for us. And so, we continue to plug on and work with our partners and to meet the needs to the extent possible.
All right, we'll talk to you again, I guess, as winter approaches.
Absolutely. Thanks, Ken.
Thank you.